Alrighty guys, welcome back. Here we are. If you're just joining us, I'm Go4WoT and we are in just about, I should say, to jump in game. We're in the picking stage pre-match before the grand final here in today's ESL Asia Go4WoT monthly cup finals between the Immortals and Team VN. Team VN right now going to be, as we can see, on our left on Himmelsdorf here. So Team VN going to be doing the defense to kick things off. And we've already got some tank picks, so let's go ahead and run through those ones. We have got, for Team VN, they've picked themselves two IS-3s, another IS-3 and a T-32, another IS-3 and a Cromwell, and a 50-100 to finish things off. So a pretty solid stock standard lineup there. Lots of heavies, all that good stuff. They're going to be doing battle against the Immortals, who are going to be driving onto the field 1, 2, 3, 4 IS-3s, 2 AMX 5100s, and an AMX 12T. So again, pretty standard lineup. Going with the IS-3s and the 5100s, no T-32 in there, which we do see sometimes, but not going to be seeing it here. Let everyone know that we are ready to roll, and here we go. So let's actually take a quick look back throughout today to see how Team VN has got here. So to start off with, in their quarterfinal, they actually took on BTI, another very strong team in the region, and managed to take them out 2-0 in that quarterfinal. On Ruenberg, and then after that in their semi-final we saw them take on the Swordfish in Lakeville and then Ghost Town, and that was a 2-0, sorry, a 2-1 I think to Team VN. The Immortals, though, we saw them in the first round take on B Gaming, an undermanned B Gaming to be fair, take them out. They took out the Super Noobs in the semis, and here they are now in the finals. So there we go. It's looking like right now just getting all of the Immortals readied up. Alrighty, so alrighty, so I'm not too sure. It looks like the Immortals are just potentially getting everyone ready again. Not too sure, but... And as well, guys, this one is a best of 5 match here between the Immortals and Team VN. So for those unfamiliar of how we play the best of 5 format in Go4WoT, is that both teams get 2 games on their starting side, and then they swap sides on the same map. So for example, right here we're going to be seeing Team VN play 2 rounds on the attack here on Himmelsdorf, swap sides. Team VN going to then play 2 rounds on the defense on Himmels, and if we get to a 5th tiebreaker game, it is going to be played on steps, which we have not actually seen today. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of steps, so I don't mind not seeing it today. Often it does turn into that bit of a very slow exchange map sometimes. Steps does. Much prefer a good brawl on Himmelsdorf. So right now, as soon as the series readies up, we should be able to get this one underway. Alrighty. So it's looking like serious, yeah, still not too sure what's happening there, but in the meantime, Himmelsdorf, let's chat a little bit about the map. So, why are these teams picking heavy tanks on Himmelsdorf? I think everyone probably knows that by now, but Of course, Himmelsdorf, a very close quarters map where there's not much room to maneuver. Picking light tanks, particularly when on a map like Himmelsdorf, the spawn point is so close to both of the flags, there's not really any point whatsoever of picking light tanks on Himmelsdorf. So, I mean, T-54s, they're overpowered enough to, you know, you can still pick some T-54s and win, but we do see heavies on Himmelsdorf for a very good reason. And okay, so the Sirius is now ready. Beautiful. We should be able to get this one underway very, very quickly. Okay, so loading into the map now. Again, we can see all of the other casters. Alrighty, so getting this one started off with, I'm going to be rolling out with Team VN here, who are doing work against the Immortals. Let's actually go ahead and have a quick run through of Team VN just to get everyone up to. Actually, I don't think we've been through their team lineup so far today, so it should be a good chance to start off with. Up the top in the AMX 5100 today is Curry and Rock. NGO is going to be driving around his IS-3. You've got Jura in his IS-3 here. Quang Min in another IS-3, as is Syndicatest 91. I am WoT in the T32 here, and we've got Milo, my favourite hot beverage, not really, but in the Cromwell. The Kitten in the AMX 5100 for the Immortals, Nino in another AMX 5100, C5M, Hades 25, Zeus, the Sirius, and Reaper here. Sorry, the Sirius is going to be an IS-3, and AMX 12T being driven by Reaper. So Reaper just getting into a nice little proxy spotting position here, so he can spot any of those heavy tanks that do decide to try and make their way up the banana. In the meantime, it's looking like we've got a couple of heavies up here on the hill here for Team VN. So going to be getting a couple of shots down. Alrighty, none of those shots seem to be hitting right now though, so Team VN fairly kind of comfortable, just waiting to see if they can get anything happening with their tanks up here on the hill. Looks like the Immortals might be trying to get a few trades as well, but not really going to be happening. So in the meantime, then just waiting out. I'm expecting a 2-push here from Team VN, and to be honest, if I was the Immortals, that's what I'd be expecting as well. So, because you can see those two heavies up on the hill, and with two heavies up on the hill, you know, that's a bit of a dead giveaway that they're going to be going down the hill, in all likelihood. So, a bit of movement here. Quang Min does see the AMX 12T. Of course, that's actually, again, very good spot to always have someone who gives you early sort of warning of any sort of banana pushes that are going to be coming out. In the meantime, it's looking like Team VN sending a couple of their tanks up the hill here. So Syndicatest and NGO going to be moving up for a definite push down on towards the 2 flag. We've got Reaper here in the AMX 12T still doing a great job of proxy spotting through those walls there. And it's looking like Curry and Rock here in the AMX 5100 not wanting to push down just yet, so waiting for his teammates. Good move. I think waiting for Syndicatest and NGO to come down there. And these guys are going to be heading down. and getting some shots actually put onto them already. So Jura is going to be able to take one shot there, dropping him down to 81%. That AMX 5100 on the defensive side from the Immortals and the IS3, getting some shots across. Doesn't look like many of them are actually hitting though. So Team VN still looking pretty good. Right here. Nice ricochet there from Jura, angling his tank nicely. It might have been a bit of luck thrown in there as well, as with every ricochet. But in the meantime, something's happening on the banana line there. It looks like the Sirius has just taken down Quang Min's IS3. I'm loading, taking down the 12T. But the push is well and truly on right here. Jura's driver goes down. Jura actually going to be going down very early on and towards that push right there. So the Immortals taking an early kill. Taking 2 early kills as they lose C5M there. I'm Lodi going to be pushing up. We can see Curry and Rock is right on the flag cap here. Cap is on 39. And NGO dropped down to 51%. We can see the 2 IS3s there for the defenders, for the Immortals, getting a lot of damage out there. That's going to be Hades and Zeus, I think, and the Sirius. So NGO dropped down to 20%. One more shot might be enough to finish him. Needs to penetrate though, and it does. The Sirius going to be able to take him down. So right here, getting some more shots coming out. It's going to be the Immortals picking up Milo, as it's not looking too good for Team VN right here. They only have 3 tanks remaining. They need to get the next kill for sure, and then probably the next 2 kills. That's not going to happen though. The Kitten taking down I Am Lodi. Syndicate Test here is going to be going down soon as well, trying to pick off that IS3. It's not going to happen. One more shot finishes him off, and Curry and Rock is the last man standing here for Team VN. Not much he can do. Maybe can try and take out the AMX 51. Should be able to, but goes down right after that. There we go. So the Immortals take out that first one with a fairly convincing defense there. And I don't think there was anything kind of structurally wrong with the Team VN push that came in earlier. Just the Immortals had a great defense. Alrighty, so there we go. Time to get another round of picks out. Alrighty, and a nice glass of water. Just there. And Elex in the chat there, getting a little bit ahead of himself, saying VN lead. He's like, oh, lol, maybe not. And yes, Elex, IMT, the Immortals do in fact lead at this stage, but it is a best of 5. Things can change, particularly when we see the side swap here. Alrighty, so the call is made to proceed with the picks. 2 IS3s, surprise, surprise. Is the first pick from both teams. A 12T and a 5100 there for the Immortals next up. And what next? We've got a T32 and a Cromwell there picked by Jura for Team VN. So locking in. It said we really seeing quite a bit more of the Cromwell since the most recent patch, and I must admit, I haven't actually read all of the patch notes myself, but I mean, the Cromwell was a potentially viable tier 6 before 9.10, but I think now it's really really looking good. The Crommy, of course, it does have that fast firing 75mm gun, which, you know, with premium rounds does actually have an average of 202mm of penetration. Of course, it is fast enough to kind of act as a scout as well. But yeah, it's got a very nice gun, the Cromwell. Alrighty, this next couple of picks are in. We've got 2 IS3s picked there for the Immortals. And I think that was... Oh no, just one 5100 there for Jura for Team Viet and one AMX 5100 for the Immortals. So again, not saying anything too crazy. But yeah, I'm just taking a look at the Cromwell stats. Looks like it's... Yeah, I can't see any notes. Notes about it, but there we go. Alrighty, so we're going to be loading in towards this one now. Grand final, map 2 between these two guys. Seeing whether the Immortals can again take out the game on defense here. Sorry, on offense here. Or whether Team Vienne will be able to take out the offense. And I should actually say we have actually got W. Lewis in a Hummel.
Let's get this show on the road.
So maybe they should just destroy him with their IS3s, potentially. There we go. Alrighty, so Quang Min is going to be able to take him out there, and it should be okay, I think. I remember back in the old day, back in the old days. Actually, it was even before I started casting competitive World of Tanks that to cast in any battle, you had to jump in with a with a tier 1 tank, or any tier tank really. It was normally a tier 1 lol tractor, something like that, and just ask whatever team you were spectating to shoot you. That was back before we had the fantastic spectator mode here in World of Tanks. But enough reminiscing. We have got a push on our hands coming in from Team Vienne right here, with all of their tanks, bar the Cromwell, actually pushing down the hill right here. I think that could potentially work out quite well for them. But oh, what are they doing here? They're trying to... I don't know. I'm not sure if they should... Oh, are they only showing 2 tanks? Maybe they're only showing 2, but be very careful showing themselves here. Because again, they're already on this side of the hill. Oh, and they take a hit. I would have preferred Team Vienne to push straight down there and straight on towards the 2 flag, rather than kind of showing their hand, so to speak, and poking over the hill. But there's still time for them to do it. Yeah, and we don't see on the mini-map the Immortals aren't actually rotating particularly fast. As we can see, the Kitten still is all the way over here on the 1 flag. We've got Zeus still looking out over the courtyard, but it's looking like the push will be coming in right here. And the IS-3 is leading, so let's take a look at Jura as he heads down the hill, probably going to be curving in towards the street here. As he does, oh, there we go, and taking a big bit of damage as he does, 338 damage from Ningyo right there. And he's going to be coming down now as well. And again, the jig is well and truly up right now, and we can see some rotations coming in from the defending Immortals. They're now starting to move towards that 2 flag, and they're going to need to, because they have a bunch of heavy tanks heading straight towards it. On the opposite side, Quang Min there in the IS-3 is going to be seeing if he can get any peeks out. He doesn't want to be the one to poke out first, though. He is on 74% HP, so the only one of Team Vienne that is damaged. There we go, some shots again coming in. Jura takes a hit, 78% right there. And the rest of the Immortals are slowly, well, actually not too slowly, closing in on these guys up here. So you can see Syndicatest and I Am Loti going to be guarding this this kind of beeline down here. We've got Kitten. I'm not too sure what Kitten's doing. I think Kitten actually wants to push it. Oh no, you can see the Cromwell there, so he's going to be... Oop, is going to be doing battle against the Cromwell, and might actually take maybe 200 damage or so from the Cromwell. There we go. I think if Milo can get one more shot in, that's actually almost going to be worth it, particularly if he can get 2 more shots, and that's going to be really good. But playing it very safe there. In the meantime, though, let's take another look back at the attack here from Team VN. I mean, they've got Jura here, but it's really not going to be too hard for the Immortals to just pop around and get the cap reset uphill on towards the IS-3. I don't think they're too fussed about it. It is on 75 though, so they're going to need to soon, but that's what the push is coming in for. We can see from behind there that IS-3 is going to be able to get the reset on towards Jura and just needs 1 shot. There we go, the reset's on. Base cap reset back to 2 points, and it's time for a fight between these two teams. But this time, the Immortals have got the flank onto Team VN right there. We do see actually Team VN taking out a few tanks, taking out a few Immortals, taking out 3 Immortals in quick succession, with lots of their tanks still looking pretty good. Jura here is doing some work as we see that IS-3 from the Immortals drop down to 400 HP, and the Immortals need to put some kills on the board. That's what Hades is just doing, taking down Quang Min. And oh, look at that brilliant bit of play there from that IS-3 behind the shell of the dead tank. Ningyo takes down Milo, Zeus takes down Jura. And suddenly, Team VN only have 3 tanks remaining. There we go, make that 2 as Ningyo takes down I Am Lodi 2v3. So it is still actually anyone's game. But Ningyo really can't afford to go down, or NGO rather, and he does. So that's going to mean only the IS-3, only Syndicate Test is left there. 1 shot from him. That's going to come in from the Sirius. And the Immortals again take out that one. It was close at that time. Very good push coming in there from Team VN. But the Immortals take it out. Alrighty, so there we go. Let's take a look at the team score now as well, so we can see even on Team VN we had some of those team members dealing over 2k damage, with I Am Lodi and his T32 actually doing quite a bit of work there. So you can see on the other side as well the Immortals, Ningyo and AMX 5100 2.4k damage, Zeus in the IS-3 2.1k damage, Hades 25 with 1.9k, and the Sirius with 1.4k damage as well. So only C5M dealt 0 damage there, which is a bit unfortunate. Did fire 4 shots and even hit twice as well, but no penetrations unfortunately. Okay, so it's time for the next round of picks. Now this time, of course, the Immortals are going to be doing the attacking here on Himmels. And well, they only need 1 more game. If they can win, sorry, yeah, 1 more game on the attack. Here, if they take that one out, then boom. And Hades in there chatting for the Immortals, and oh, WoT getting a little bit crazy there with the banning. And WoT there in the chat. Shout out to WoT. I don't think WoT's actually banned any banned anyone or timed out anyone that needs to be timed out in the last couple of weeks. Seems to really like timing out caps though recently, so alrighty, but these next tank picks, surprise surprise, Surprise, surprise there. Lots of IS-3s, 5100s, all of that good stuff. T32 and a Cromwell again for Team VN, which is good to say. I do like seeing the Cromwell. And we actually did see then the Cromwell did it put a bit of damage pressure on the AMX 5100 as it was retreating. So, you know, one of the few tanks that can do that. It can actually put out a lot of damage in a very short period of time. So, something like a T37, you probably wouldn't have to worry quite as much. I don't think, from memory. Alrighty, let everyone know that we're ready. And here we go. It is time. It is time to jump into this one. Everyone is ready. So we've got alrighty, so we should be able to get this one started very, very soon. But I'll be interested to see what the Immortals do on the attack here. I mean, you know, they've played some very good defensive games, but defensive games on Himmelsdorf, there's only so much you can kind of strategize. It really is the attack when... although I think Himmelsdorf, either way, is a very mechanical map. You know, it is a lot about how you can angle your tank, how you know how to side scrape, play corners, all of that good stuff. So... Alrighty, here we are loading in towards this next one. With 27 seconds left on the clock here. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to be rolling out with Team VN, seeing where... Actually, no, I might roll out with the Immortals and see where they go from on the attacking side here at Himmels. Remember, these guys, they're playing for cash money. So
Let's go.
$300 is the first place, $300 US is the first place prize. So definitely going to be wanting to win that one. And here we are. We've got a Reaper already rolling right out of the gates with his AMX 12T. It's looking like the Immortals leaving an AMX 5100, the Kitten to push up the hill. And actually, yeah, I remember, this is what the Immortals usually do, kind of spread out a little bit, always send their AMX 5100 up the hill to try and get some shots down early. And then just kind of feel around. Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. We don't have a proxy spotter on the Team VN side. So, if the Immortals want to, they can actually push up the banana. Interesting. There's this Cromwell here. I'm not too sure if the Cromwell should be peeking. Playing it a bit risky there, I think. Very, very risky. Yes. Is the Cromwell going to get hit? Oh, just a miss there from that IS-3. Very, very close play there. But, oh, one shot hits from the AMX 5100 there. Milo does get a bit of scouting out, though, to be fair. And that's another good thing about the Cromwell. It does actually have 750 HP, so you know, not quite as little as the AMX 12T, if I recall correctly. Yeah, with only 600. So, a couple more shots coming in. Nothing too crazy yet. The Immortals still not wanting to commit to a push, just feeling their opponent out, seeing where the defences are set up. At least trying to. As we've got Nino down here, was trying to maybe get a shot, and he does get a shot. There we go. The Sirius actually taking out the Cromwell. So great shooting there from the Immortals. And the Kitten actually poking two holes into Syndicate down there. He's in a brilliant spot up the top of the hill right here, and that is a lot of damage dealt out to Team VN for effectively free. So already the Immortals looking good on the attack. They've just been able to push up this banana line here. They know that there's no scouts. So the Immortals really putting a lot of pressure on Team VN already. We can see right here, Kwangmin actually might try his luck and poke the corner. Wonder how well that will work for him. He's actually set up to defend against the sort of hill push that might be coming in. But there we go. Okay, so Kwangmin is spotted right there, and Miss comes in. Kwangmin does hit C5M, so good. Oh, and another miss from the other IS3 here, Zeus. Well, there we go. Kwangmin does actually take that next hit there. 404 damage dealt out to him. And oh no, Zeus. A little bit of a risky one to go in for there. And maybe a bit of miscommunication. I don't think these guys can hit over each other, but they can. C5M, he knows what he's doing. And there we go. Finally, Kwangmin is lit up right here. One more shot and he will be going down. And there we go. It comes in from C5M. The driver of Zeus is back in action. And we've got the push is now looking good for the Immortals. They managed to take out a tier 8. They've managed to take out the tier 6 on the Team VN lineup. That's a good hit from Lodi though. And actually that T32, that could really come in handy here on the defense for Team VN in this little hold down position. So they're going to have to rely on him a little bit, but the base cap is actually already on 44, and the T32 can't actually do anything to reset the base cap from back there. So Jura is going to have to try and do that, and rounding the corner in a good way, trying to get the side scrape. But look at that, the AMX 5100 takes so much damage, dropped down to 37%, dropped down to 19% now as well. One more shot is going to be able to finish Jura off. And suddenly, Team VN, it's all fallen to pieces once again for them, only with 3 tier 8 tanks remaining. IMT, they are unstoppable here on the streets of Himmelsdorf. All 7 tanks still remaining, all of their tier 8 tanks as well. And I don't know if they're even going to lose one tank. They might lose the AMX 12. No, it doesn't look like Team VN can even finish off the AMX. There we go, Nitio. Or NGO on 3% HP. IMT coming through this one with a perfect game under their belts. What better way could you finish off the grand final of the ESL Asia Go4WoT monthly August finals than with a perfect game? They've got to be absolutely chuffed about that. Alrighty, C5M here. Up the top, 2.5k damage. He did work that game. Zeus 1.4k, the Sirius 1.4k, Kitten just about 1.4k as well. They all did excellent work on the IMT side, and we're taking it out 3-0 and taking out first place for this week. So great to see. GG's as well coming out in chat there. GG's. Thanks guys. Alrighty. And so guys, that is going to be it for our grand final today between Immortals and Team VN. Very well played to the Immortals throughout today. They just looked absolutely unstoppable. A very well-deserved win, I think. But for now, unfortunately, that is just about it for me for today. But thanks again for watching. I'm GoGoGadget at GoGoGadgetCast. Make sure you follow at ESLWOT as well. But for now, I'm going to be signing off. I'll see everyone tomorrow for the ESL Asia Go4WoT. Thanks for watching.